Now I wanted to welcome in our special guest, second baseman for the New York Mets, Jeff McNeil. Jeff, what is up, man? Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Hey, so I was watching a bunch of spring training games from this year, and you got hit 8 times in spring training. What was up with all the hit by pitches this year?
Yeah, I have no clue. I like to stand on the plate a little bit, but I think they were just all kind of flukes. A few sliders getting away from some lefties, and a few back foot, curveballs. Didn't hit me hard, which is good. I'm still healthy, so that's what matters.
Good. All right. So one thing that we're going to do on the show is we're going to have a trivia right off the bat. There's going to be a bunch of questions. You're going to have 60 seconds to answer. It's all stuff from your career. And we're going to have a Flippin Bats record book. So, however many, we're going to see who gets the most correct. So right off the top, you ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right. 60 seconds. When I start the first question, let's go. Ready? Who was your first home run off of?
Tanner Roark.
Okay. Who was your first career hit against?
Bill Hughes.
Who was your first career strikeout against?
Oof. Someone from the Pirates. I have no clue, though.
Where did you bat in the lineup in your first Major League AB?
7th.
Who did you sub in for?
Wait. First Major League AB? Well, no, it was 9th. Sorry, it was 9th.
Yeah.
Pinch hit. Yeah.
Who did you pinch hit for?
Phil Evans.
Yes. Who was your last minor league game against?
Reno Aces.
Okay. What number did you make your MLB debut wearing?
68.
Yes. Where was your first away game in the MLB?
Pittsburgh.
Yes. All right. That is it. You got that one. That was good.
Yeah, no, that weren't too bad.
Yeah. So, we have your last minor league game against the Connecticut Tigers, which was a rehab game, though.
Rehab game, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I think we should count the Reno Aces.
Yeah, no, for sure it was Reno Aces. Drove home and then got the call the next day on an off day. So I remember that, pretty well.
So speaking of the minor leagues, I always ask this question off the top. Baseball is so unique in that everybody goes through the minor leagues. You don't start right at the major leagues. So everybody goes through the system, no matter whether you're drafted first or last in the draft. What is a minor league story that has stuck with you still to this day?
There's one time, so I had a lot of, injuries in the minor leagues, missed a couple of years. And the one, kind of memory I have that I still gets brought up today is, I was playing in Jupiter, and I'm laying on the floor of the locker room. I've got a heat pad on my leg, a heat pad on my back. I'm hurting. It's just grinding. And one of my teammates took a picture. And that picture still showing to me today. I still remember it. Every time we go to Jupiter, just laying on the floor right there, getting ready for the game. And it was tough. It was a long journey for me, battling through all those injuries. But I remember that. I remember that day. Still today, and lets me know that I went through a long tough journey, but I made it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because we got to know each other fairly well in the minor leagues and played against each other quite a bit. And I actually remember one season when I was still playing in Florida and you had moved up, but you had just missed a full year, basically. You came back, and this was your first game back after a pretty serious injury. And I remember I got on second base, and we talked for a second during a pitching change, and just like seeing the look on your face, finally being back out there after so long and so many injuries and working your way back. I remember seeing it, and it was pretty cool because I knew how much it meant to you. What have you done to really focus and make a change and focus on your body to prevent stuff like that from happening? You can never really prevent it, but.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you remember me pretty well, I was, 160 pounds, pretty small in the minor. And, I made it, a big point to, gain weight and gain strength and, be able to change that, power aspect of my game. And, I did that in an off season, absolutely crushed it in the gym and, eating tons of food and, put on all that weight. But I think I did it a little bit too quickly. And, my body just didn't really adjust to it. And, I ended up getting hurt. But, I think once my, body adjusted to the new weight, it's been so much easier to, stay healthy. I'm doing everything I can in the gym right now to, maintain, my weight and, we got a great training staff that, keeps me healthy. So, it's a long season, but, you gotta take care of your body and, you gotta stay healthy.
Yeah. Well, one thing that, you and I have kind of kept contact through, DMs or whatever it may be since we played against each other. And one thing that I didn't know that in hindsight, I feel like an idiot for, you posted something on Instagram not too long ago. It was like your golf swing or a scorecard or something. And I said like, dang dude, like actually looking like you know what you're doing out there. Turns out you're like a scratch golfer. You're ridiculous. You almost went and played in college. And your response basically was like not making me feel so bad, but you're like, yeah, dude, I'm pretty good. so tell me about. So you played golf. You were stud in basketball in high school. Tell me about playing all of those different sports growing up.
Yeah, no, golf was one of my main sports. When I got to high school. Our high school golf team was incredible. So, I wanted to play golf, wanted to play college golf. So, I went that route and didn't really, pan out for me. Didn't really have, too many scholarships or opportunity to play at the next level. So, started playing baseball again. Started playing really well in high school on a travel ball scout team that I was on and was lucky enough to, get a scholarship to go play at Long Beach State. So, it worked out. Baseball was kind of my plan B in high school, but, it ended up, being a, pretty amazing plan B.
I would say it's worked out pretty good for you. So where, I know you still are a big golfer. I think you just got off the golf course. What's your favorite course you've ever played? And what is a course that you're like dying to get on? It's like a bucket list course for you.
Favorite course, I got to play Cypress Point this off season. It's pretty incredible. Basically, all those golf courses on the Monterey Peninsula are fantastic. Took a trip up there. Got to play Pebble, Spyglass, Spanish Bay, and Monterey Peninsula Country Club. So got to play all those. Those are pretty incredible. But I think bucket list course. Definitely Augusta. That's the dream. That's every dream. Whatever I have to do to get on there, I'd do it. So, that's number one. If I ever get the opportunity to play there, I think it'd be a dream come true.
Dude, I just played Cypress last year, like a year ago in February. I played Cypress, and I had never seen a hole-in-one in person, and I saw my buddy, and I was playing with my buddy and my brother the day before the Pebble Beach tournament. My buddy hit one, and then the next day, the start of the tournament over at Spyglass, Spyglass, Victor Hovland had one in the actual tournament, and I was on the tee box for it. But that whole area is so freaking beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, no, you can't beat the Monterey Peninsula.
Yeah. So you talked about playing in college at Long Beach State. You never in your college career had a home run there, and then. Now fast forward to the big leagues, and I wouldn't say you're labeled a power hitter, but you got some pop. You certainly got some pop. What was there? Was it a swing change? Was it something? Is it you getting into the gym? What was that?
I think it was me getting in the gym. I've always been a good hitter. I've always been able to barrel the ball. But when I barreled it didn't go too far. So I think getting in the gym. Definitely helped that. And, those balls that I barreled, started to go over the fence. I saw that, change. I think we were playing you guys that first game back. I think I hit a home run first at bat. That's something I never did when I was in the Florida State League. So, just to be able to see, the changes, so, fast, it was nice.
That's it. So that was kind of the turning point. So you went through this kind of complete overhaul with your body and getting yourself to where you wanted to be. And your body wasn't ready to do that yet. And it kind of, broke down on you. But then when you worked your way back and got yourself into a position, your first game back is when you're like, uh-oh, I got some pop now.
Yeah. Yeah. I hit that home run, was feeling really good. I think I had a fantastic game that day, and was playing actually really well. And actually, unfortunately, I tore. I ended up getting injured. A week or two later, I kind of hurt my quad the day before, but I really hurt it the next day. It was when I hit a home run and was rounding first base, and my quad just gave out. So unfortunately, I got hurt. Hitting a home run, but the power has definitely been there since I put on that weight. It's pretty nice to see.
So now you're in the big leagues. You're going to be the second baseman for the Mets as you have been in the past, but it's going to look a little bit different this year. You guys had arguably the biggest signing of the offseason, and your double play combo up the middle is the best shortstop in baseball, if not one of the best. What has that been like, having him in spring training and so far this year working with him up the middle?
It's been fantastic. Francisco's he's great. Just learning from him. He knows the game extremely well, and great teammate. Great to be around every single day. He's that guy you see on TV every day. Smiling, having fun. Just loving the game. So it's been fantastic to learn from him, and I'm really looking forward to playing up the middle with him.
I always wonder because when there's a big trade between with a team, whether it be a pitcher or a catcher, somebody will typically reach out to the other person before it's go time. But I've always wondered, you two are going to be working a lot up the middle, and it's important to have that chemistry. Was there any contact between the two of you before you headed down to spring training, or is that when it first started?
It was kind of spring training. I knew him a little bit I met him in Cleveland at the All-Star game. So I knew him a little bit. We spent one of the first nights, hanging out a little bit. So, I got to know him a little bit then. But yeah, he reached out, just kind of some group text with, all the infielders. So, there's a little bit of communication there, but yeah, no, we've been, communicating well. Once we got to spring training, getting to, learn how, the other person plays and, double play feeds where we all wanted and, all that good stuff. But, the communication, has been great between us.
Another thing you guys did this offseason is you now have a new owner. Steve Cohen is the new owner of the Mets. And, typically that wouldn't be as big of a deal as this is because he's so unique from the other 29. He's very active on Twitter. He asks people questions. He answers questions. What has that been like? Has there been a trickle down to the locker room?
Yeah, no, it's just, kind of a, culture change. And, it's been fantastic to, have Steve around and, he's been down to spring training, and interacting, watching the team. So, it's been great. And, he's going to do, fantastic things for this team. He's a, diehard Mets fan, which is awesome. So, he wants the best team out on the field and, he's going to do whatever it takes to win.
It certainly appears he's going to do whatever it takes to win. He's signed, he acquired Lindor, McCann, May, a bunch of huge pieces for you guys. But the biggest thing, in my opinion, that he has done for the New York Mets thus far is he is bringing back the black jerseys. I am so pumped for that. Are you guys excited for those?
Yeah, absolutely. I used to love the black jerseys. Yeah, they're clean. They look good. It's a lot of fun. Got Pete Alonso. He's been wanting those back ever since he got called up to the big leagues. So we're all super excited to have him back, and we can't wait. I know we're not going to wear them a whole lot, but for those nights that we do, it's going to be a lot of fun.
So you haven't worn them, correct? They've been gone for two. So you haven't, right?
Yeah, they've gone a little too long. I never got to wear them.
I feel like they're like the most talked about. Like, it's not just Mets fans that wanted these black jerseys back. Everybody wanted them back. And when Cohen first got on Twitter and said, "Hey, it's me. I'm the new owner of the Mets. What do you guys want to see?" It wasn't like sign this person, sign this person. It was bring back the black jerseys. So I'm super pumped for those. And I did see it. It's not going to be a normal part of the rotation, correct? You guys are going to be select few
Yeah, I
nights.
think select few games. Yeah, not sure exactly when, but yeah, I know it's a select few games. We'll be breaking those out.
So a lot of there have been a lot of new signings, as we just talked about, and you guys are playing in my opinion, the best division in all of baseball. The NL East, pretty much from top to bottom, is going to be really, really good. And there's a lot of young studs and a lot of firepower. And you guys have your fair share, that is for sure. So what is it going to be like this year for you playing in that division? Are you excited to play against, every single night is going to be, the best in the league coming at you?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the NL East. All I really know is the NL East, ever since I got called up. So, I've been playing in this division for, a long time. And, I think it's the best division in baseball. Every single night is, it's a fight, it's a grind. There's 5 teams that, are very good in this division. Everyone, kind of counts out the Marlins, and I think they're a, very scrappy, team. They play, the right way.
They made the playoffs last year.
Playoffs last year. Look, I mean, they're a sneaky team. Their pitching's very good. So there's no easy wins in this division. It's gonna be a battle to the end. But I like our team a lot. We only got better from last year. So hopefully the first goal is get back to the playoffs, and anything can happen from there.
Yep, I agree. So one thing that you now use is, or I don't even know if it's now used, but I know you use a knobless bat. And I've fooled around with knobless bats in the cage, and I can't do it. It's so difficult for me. It's the weirdest feeling in the world. When did you get into that? When did you start using a knobless bat?
I think it was in 2015. Started using it a little bit. Right before I got hurt. Started using it. Really liked how it felt. It was just a very balanced bat. It's kind of like a, M110, very balanced. Felt good in my hands, just didn't happen to have a knob. Not by choice, but it's just the first one handed to me. So, started, using it, and, loved it, and been using it ever since. But, actually been, kind of tinkering a little bit, spring training. I was using, Pete Alonso's bat a little bit, felt really good. It's got a little bit bigger barrel. So, just a little bit, more behind it. But we'll see what I go with this year.
Did somebody suggest that to you? Like, was it somebody on the Mets that was like, dude, I use a knobless bat, try it
out? No, it was our hitting coordinator.
Okay.
He had one, and kind of had a box of them in the back. He's like, here, you want to try this? And the first one I ever swung was like a 35, and felt great. Just choked up on it. That's why I still choke up on it to today. And had a decent sized barrel. So as long as I connected on it, the ball jumped.
Yep. The Flying Squirrel. Tell me how that came about. How did that nickname come about?
I was in college. I had a teammate. I used to play. I played a lot of outfield in college. So I was making some diving catches, and one of my teammates started calling me the Flying Squirrel out there, and wasn't a huge fan of it. And then one of my teammates found my roommate actually in rookie ball. He found out, and brought it into the minor league clubhouse, and I was hoping it kind of got left in the minor league clubhouse. It didn't. It made its way to the major league clubhouse, and it is what it is. But I'm enjoying it, and learning to love it.
You were that close to escaping it. Your rookie ball roommate found it out, and now it's with you today in the big leagues.
And then it's stuck with me ever since. So just enjoying it now.
So one thing we want to do on this show is create a rule book. All right, so everybody that we have on, we're gonna put together a rule book of something that they come up with. So what I want to ask you is, if you were commissioner for a day, what is one rule that you would take away or add to help grow the game for the audience?
So I'm a guy who likes to beat the shift. I mean, teams will shift me, but I enjoy hitting the ball the other way. I know I can beat the shift when I have to. I think if there was no shifting, I think it would, improve. There'd be much more action. Those big pull hitters, they can go ahead and just let it rip and shoot balls, through the 4 and 6 hole. I think that would be good. I know they are trying it in the minor leagues this year, so we'll see how it goes. But me as a second baseman, a few times in spring training, I was playing basically right field and just got 112 mile an hour line drives right at me that were routine plays. So there's no real action. The guy's out at first, but the guy made a good swing, but nothing really happened. So if I wasn't standing there, that's stuff. Much more action, I think, if there is no shifting. But we'll see what happens there.
So I'm personally super pumped up to get back to a 162 game season. What happened last year? The country shut down. There wasn't baseball for a while, and there was an MLB The Show Players League that you partook in, and you were the rep for the Mets. First question, how did you do in that tournament? I don't remember.
I think I got third. I lost in the semifinals. I lost to Blake Snell. So we had a good little matchup. I think I won the first, then he won the next two. So it was best 2 or 3 in the semifinals. But had a good showing. It was fun. Got to play MLB The Show during the pandemic, so it wasn't all too bad.
Yeah, so that's another thing you and I have discussed. We're gonna have to play at some point, and we've had Reese Hoskins on, and we're gonna play each other, and he said he could beat me, but that seems doubtful. But I feel like you're gonna be a better matchup. I know you're good at the game. I know you stream as well, and I know you've streamed the show. So we're definitely gonna have to get our game in at some point and see who the better player is.
Yeah, absolutely. You just let me know when, and we can do it.
All right, sounds good. So I want to ask you some questions. We ask these 3 questions to everybody. Some career moments. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions pertaining to your career. First would be, what was your welcome to the MLB moment?
Definitely, my debut. Got a pinch hit, and I think it was the 8th inning. And I was walking to the plate, and just to hear the Citi Field crowd, kind of, they knew I was getting called up, and they knew who I was. They were following me in the minor league. So, just to kind of hear the buzz in the stadium, when I was walking to the plate, it was, pretty incredible. I just, stood there, kind of, looked around, enjoyed it.
Took it in.
And, I soaked it all in, and, me, I'm a first pitch swinger. So, I swing at the first pitch, and, was lucky enough to get a, fastball, I think about as middle as it can get, and, drove up the middle. So, once I got on first base, I knew I was in the big leagues, and, hopefully, here to stay for a long time.
What's your most memorable play that you've made on the field?
I would either say, defensively, it was either the catch. I made a diving catch in Fenway Park. In short, right field. It was a, all out diving catch. That was a lot of fun, and to do it in Fenway Park, it was pretty cool. Or the catch I made in Chicago, where I went into the net. That was a pretty unique catch, and that's the one that everyone seems to talk about.
What is a moment that stands out to you with teammates that has taken place off of the field?
Oh man, no, we had too many. We're always going to dinner and having a good time. There was one dinner. It wasn't during the season. It was during our fan fest in January. We went to Salt Bay's restaurant in New York, and it was like a Saturday night, and I think there was 8 of us. It was me, Dom, Pete, Nimmo, and JD. And it was just amazing dinner, a lot of fun, a lot of good stories. A lot of dancing and partying, in the restaurant, and it was just a fantastic time, and just great time with the guys.
Who's the best dancer of that group?
Oh yeah, I think I gotta go. I want to say Dom.
Whoa.
I think Dom's got some moves that are, I think Dom can move. Oh no, sorry, actually no, I'm changing my answer. I got to go Pete. Pete's got a fantastic video of dancing at the Florida Gator game, and yeah, it was great. Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh my God!
Take a look at that video.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check out that video. Was Salt Bay? So it was his restaurant. Was he there? Like, did he do the thing?
Yeah, he wasn't there, but they go around, they do that whole thing, and the DJ was awesome that night, and we got some good videos from that night.
That's cool. So I wanted to circle back. I had a feeling the play in Chicago might be one of your most memorable plays on the field. I wanted to ask you about that play because the netting hasn't always gone all the way down the line. It still doesn't in a lot of stadiums. So, that was kind of new, but you made the catch running into foul territory. Not a lot of room for you. And then you jumped. You jumped and leapt and got caught up in the net. Were you aware of that when you jumped? What was going through your head right before that?
Yeah, when he hit the ball, I knew it was going to be, pretty close to, the fence and the netting. And I knew it was a low, very low, a wall. I knew there was a net as well. I wasn't sure, what was going to happen if I ran into that net. But I was more worried, I think, about my leg, catching it and, running into, the low wall. So, right when I caught it, I thought it was best, just jump and get over this wall. And I guess whatever happens. And, luckily I knew the net was there. Luckily it kind of shot me back, into play. It could have been much worse, but, it was, definitely one of the most memorable plays of, my career. And, it was a lot of fun doing it too.
One way or the other, it's going to be better than not doing it and taking out your legs. Either there's the net that is there and it's going to save you, or the fans always seem to like grab you when you jump into the stands. So one way or the other, it was going to be a better result than just taking your knees and blowing your knees out.
Yeah, absolutely. I was hoping, we get a lot of Mets fans on the road. So I'm hoping if I, jump over the wall there, they're there to catch me.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much, dude, for joining me today. I'm so excited to watch the Mets this year. I'm excited for you this season. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way. Thank you so much for coming on. Hope to have you on again sometime soon, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, and just talking ball, hit that subscribe button.